Yeah. At the DEA, no bestie, no bestie. Deputy is not bestie with the boss. Please find a friend at the boss. Fadika. Back in these United States, EULA will be doing their program, or EULA program. Back in these United States, EULA program is coming up. Newly elected leaders of EULA, Liberians in the United States. That's the mother organization. They will be having a program. There will also be a queen contest for all the beautiful ladies in these United States. To participate, contact EULA or your state leader and figure out. Yeah, we'll tell more about EULA later because he's our representative of EULA. Find a friend like open table on a Saturday. Yes, EULA will be having a program. EULA program is coming up. Part of that program, there will be a queen contest for the beautiful ladies, Liberians living in these United States. EULA, which is the mother organization of all Liberian organizations in these United States. EULA will be having a program. Queen contest. Beautiful ladies, come true. Yeah. Find a friend at open table. Let's share this show and let's share this show real quick. And let's do a quick review of our week and we'll be out of here. It's a Saturday. It's very hot out there. Whatever you are, we are talking about Arizona is hot, California is hot, Texas is hot. Stay cool. Check the AC. My open table is here on your Saturday, and we'll be talking about issues pertaining to Liberians in the United States and back home. ANC political leader resurfaced, and Zana Kume is back. He is cleaning up his party headquarters. While the ruling party headquarters is covering grass. The ruling party headquarters is maintaining the green color, grass. But ANC political leader is back. Is he preparing for 2029? What's on his sleeve? September 14 in Indianapolis. African in the diaspora, elders at war. September 14 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Scoring down. Mark your calendar. Now, wherever you are listening from, or we are talking about New York, Massachusetts, we're talking about New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. We're talking about Connecticut, Rhode Island, we're talking about Maryland, Delaware, we're talking about New Jersey, we're talking about Washington, D.C., Maryland, we're talking about Virginia, we're talking about West Virginia, we're talking about North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. We're talking about Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. We're talking about Tennessee. We're talking about Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, the great state of Indiana. We're talking about Illinois. We're talking about Iowa. We're talking about Missouri. We're talking about Kansas. We're talking about Idaho. We're talking about Nebraska. We're talking about Wisconsin. We're talking about Wyoming. We're talking about Minnesota. We're talking about Montana. We're talking about Nevada. We're talking about Colorado. We are talking about Oregon, and we're talking about Washington. Wherever you are listening from in these United States, welcome back to Open Table. Back home, talking about Muscle County. Great county, Lofa County, very, very great county. The home of your president, Lofa County, Bapulu, Grand Cape Mount, Bomi. We're talking about Mike Gibby, we're talking about Grand Basso, we're talking about River G, we're talking about the county of Mimba, we're talking about Grand Jibe. We're talking about Sano, we're talking about Maryland, we're talking about Grand Crew, the great county of Grand Crew, we're talking about Riverses. Wherever you're listening from back home, we say welcome back to Open Table. Let's discuss very quickly. As it is Saturday, there's a lot of program going on today. So find a friend like Open Table. Shout out to Boy. Shout out to Boy. Sending out first group to space. Competition is fierce. SpaceX got a competition now. Boeing is stepping up. NASA is doing its thing.
I shared the show. They say it's not opening. Why?
Say what?
Somebody said the show. I share in the show. It says it's not opening.
Share it from mine and see. Let me see. Share it from my page as well. I don't know. Maybe your page you get it on private. Okay. Yeah, we are still working on our page. Again, our page is down. So things say be true. Our page is down. We keep it as that. There is conscience, and that is Himobe, working on the software of the earth. So live with your conscience. Whoever behind putting our page down, we wish you well. We wish you healing. Oh, yeah, we'll be having our new page coming up soon.
I'm sharing from your page now. I think your page
Yeah.
showing.
Hey, we're be on you, Naomi. Uh huh. No, you get money like Johnny. Yes. Found a friend like open table. Find a friend. Find a friend like open table. Allow her to intrude into your living room and your speakers, your bedroom, wherever you are listening from. We say thank you for following us and listening to us. This month, we have a few things planned for you guys. Stay tuned. We'll be showcasing Liberian businesses. We'll be showcasing professionals. We'll talk a little bit about everything this month and this summer. So get ready. This month is for men. So it should be mental health month for men. Father's Day is coming up next week. Ladies, do what is right. Take care of the men in your life. It's not easy to be a man. It's not easy to be a man. Take care of the men in your life. Ladies. Father's weekend is coming up. Next weekend, Father's weekend. I visited a couple of grocery stores. I didn't see a lot of flowers and gifts. But we have to protest. We have to protest to the corporate America. They're not taking Father's Day serious. Gotta stop doing discount and everything. Guys gotta take Father's Day to be serious right now. Father's Day next weekend. We are talking about all the fathers in your life, the daddies. Not only your pastor you can call daddy now, because you can call your husband daddy too now, or your boyfriend daddy or whatsoever. If not, I don't know. I will protest if my wife ever call her pastor or her priest daddy. Think I'm a Catholic man. If she call the father and whatsoever, she's gonna call me daddy at home. No, gonna call me daddy as well. Can't be calling the man of God daddy and calling me by my name at home. I will not take that. Yes, Father weekend next weekend. Next weekend's for fathers. We are talking about capable fathers. Fathers who are there for their children. Fathers who are there for their wives, for their significant other, their partner, their girlfriend. Fathers who are there. Present father. Present father. Father who are there. To those without father, we say, we are with you in prayers. And we say, take heart. For those who still have their fathers around, we say, may God be with you as you think about blessing and taking care of your father. To all the grandfathers, we say thank you. Next weekend, Father's Day weekend, we are back. Next weekend, Father's Day weekend, take care of all the men in your life. We are back. Yeah, what's up? What are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing wonderful. I was sharing the show, and if you are watching us, just help us share the show. We are here today once again We are in your phone, in your TV, wherever you're watching us from. We are here once again every Saturday. We're going to be here to talk about issues pertaining to our community, our Liberian community in the U.S., in Indiana, and Liberia as a whole. So we are here once again to bring the news to you as it is. Like you rightly said, AMC leader is out. He's on the spotlight. My political leader, Alexander B. Cummings, is on the spotlight. I'm a happy man today to see my political leader out, and he taking the lead like he always do. Taking the lead. He at the party headquarters painting. He get painting brush and get paint in the pen, making sure that he taking the lead. That's what a leader do. Alexander B. Cummings, we say we are here for you and with you in the struggle. Liberia must get fixed. If Liberia will get fixed, I'm telling you, a leader should take the lead and lead the people to the right direction. And that's who you are. And I see that leadership in you. I will make sure I will, continue to support you until you get a chance to lead Liberia to the right direction. And once again, ULA, the Union of Liberia in the U.S., in the United States, organizations in the United States, they are going to be having their inauguration program. It's still in discussion, but the news hit us last night that they are requesting every chapter of ULA to set a contestant at that program. And as a chapter of ULA here in the state of Indiana, our Liberian Association here in the state of Indiana is a bona fide members of ULA, and we are excited about that news, and we want to share that story with our people. That some of our beautiful sisters in this community, if they want to take part in that, they should make it known early so that we can start preparing. Because we, Indiana, we are not a failure. When we go to a program, we want to be the winner. When we go in the competition, we always want to be in the lead. So we want to start preparing soon. So we are here to talk about that too. And also, in that same September is going to be a busy week. We're going to be, celebrating our elderly folks who have contributed immensely to the unity of African in the various African community, not just Liberians in the various African community. The annual Diaspora African Elders Award coming right here in our city, in Indianapolis, Indiana, right here on September 14, 2024. So we are accepting nominees right now, and pretty soon we're going to be announcing those that have been nominated, and voting will soon start, taking place, so that you can vote for your, favorite elders who deserve an award to be appreciated. So today we're going to be talking about that as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We will be running the ball very quickly because this is a Saturday. We have a lot of things to attend or a lot of things to participate in on the Saturday. So, excuse me, like you already said, we will ANC political leaders out. Alexander B. Cummings is back. And then, but before we get to him, because we got to go back to Cummings. Cummings is not a small potato, so we save a potato. We save Cummings for later on during the show. But he's out. He's out there in the public. He's in the spotlight. Giving hope to ANC faithful that he's not done yet. Not done yet with politics, at least for now. We know that the road is still long. 2029 is still a little bit far, but at least he's giving hope to ANC faithful that he's still around. Alexander B. Cummings is still around. But before we move on to that, let's talk about ULA. Yeah, you are the ULA representative for the people of Indiana. What's happening with ULA? Like, we know ULA just went through the election process, and there's a new group of leaders.
Yes, there's a new group of leaders under the leadership of Mohammed G. Keita, commonly known as the MSG1. Everybody know him as MSG's one. So
Which state is he from?
he's from New York, and his able vice president, she's a female, Emmanuel Nangbe. Also, I think she's from Iowa, something like that. Yeah, so under their leadership, they were elected. As we all know, Eula case were in court. The court decided few months back, on the election, and they were declared as winner of the election. And now, since they got into they were declared elected officials of Eula, they have kicked the ball rolling, and they are engaging a lot of stakeholders in the United States. First, they engage Congress. They engage Congress in Washington D.C. about because the upcoming DED. As we all know, DED. About 6 7 years ago, under Trump leadership, DED was at the verge of, most Liberian was at the verge of losing their status, like on the DED program. Liberian engaged the Trump leadership, and they extended that program. That program is about to be over in August, I think so, if I'm not making mistake, in August. So MSG once saying he got declared elected. He and his team have been engaging Congress on that particular program for another extension on DED, and they have been working. We can see some light into Eula now. Eula is taking her rightful place as leader of all Liberians in the United States, because they engaging every Liberians from all walks of life, whether you voted for them or not, whether you like them or not. They are leaders, and they want to unite Eula or Liberians under the umbrella of Eula. So they have been working hard, and they will be inaugurated in September. As we heard last night, they had their executive meeting, first executive meeting. They included all chapter heads. Our president was in that meeting last night, and he updated me that from that meeting, uh, during the upcoming inauguration program, they have decided that every chapter, should send a contestant for Queen, for Eula Queen. Whoever win that contest will be considered as Eula Queen, and that person have a seat on the Eula executive table, on Eula decision making table, and they will be making some of those executive or decisions. So as a chapter, the president updated me this morning that we should start looking for, even though the actual day have not been concluded on yet, but we should start looking for our queen and start getting prepared, because early preparation is good. And when we go at that queen contest, whoever that we're going to pick from here to go for that queen contest, we want to stand with them fully, and we should come out of that program victorious. So we are here. I'm calling on, as Eula representative, I'm calling on all of our beautiful sisters in this community that want to contest as a queen of Eula on a national level. You will be on a national scene, make it known by calling me Nya or Thomas Wula. We both I all reach out to any of the area leadership and declare your intention, so that we can start early preparation for the upcoming Queen contest in New York, coming up in September. You are muted. You are muted.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I get a call from someone. I think the president wanted to discuss with you about you, like with you. I don't know the name. Is it okay for me to send a link to the person? The person
Oh,
wanted to come.
oh yes, 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 yes. Because I shared it. I shared it something in the Eula chat room as well. So probably that's why that
All right.
person is trying to
So
reach.
I don't. Let me see if I can send a link to the person.
Yeah. So Eula, as you getting prepared to I'm glad. I hope that person is is from the current leadership. Also, that would be a good thing, to do so that he can come and give more update on that. But Eula is taking her rightful place at organization of all Liberians, leaders of all Liberians now. The current leadership ready, being they have started really on a good footing by engaging all Liberians to come on board and run this thing.
So, first of all, you said the president is from New York, and
Yes.
the president is from New York. So the vice president is from where?
I think Iowa, if I'm not making mistake, either Iowa.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. At least the president is from the east, and the vice president is from the Midwest.
And our Midwestern vice president, there's a regional vice president. I think there are 3 regional vice presidents within EULA. Our Midwestern region vice president is from Columbus, Ohio. His name is Daniel Wegg. And I also contacted him. Probably next weekend, he's going to be on Open Table to give us update what plan he have for.
Mr. Paul Tudor is here. Uh, uh, good afternoon or welcome. I'm Mr. Paul. Is that the last name? Is that Tudor or Tudor?
Yeah, it's Paul Twitter, but just say Paul is fine.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, we will go with just Paul. Good afternoon, Mr. Paul. Yeah, you decided to come over here and talk a little bit about EULA, and Jan was speaking on EULA and the program they have coming up. Yeah, we'll give you the floor for you to go introduce yourself and talk about EULA.
Yeah, my name is Paul Twitter, based in New York. I was just listening to the brother and talking about the new leadership, but it's a little bit one-sided. We need a EULA that will be for every Liberian. This gun election that took place was not a good one. The reason being is usually the election is not through court. You understand?
Yeah.
When you look at it, it's just one group, one set of group that vote for Miami Keita. So it was not a good thing. And last year, September, when we went for the election in Philadelphia, it was so much fighting. It was very disorganized in terms of Keita group. They were there fighting Shegu Kamara group, so it was not a good thing. We stay over there, wasted our time until they have to postpone the election. So back to this one, I will not be a good president or happy to say I'm president with a court order and just one county electing you. The brother over there, let him admit, is more than 3 other officials that was not that up to now, they send a letter saying they don't want to be bothered with the leadership. The reason is because through court, and they didn't discuss with those brothers, they put their name on the ballot, and up to now, they say no, they decline their position. So for him to sit over there and make it all sound nice that, yeah, EULA is all right. No, EULA divide. So I will stop there and listen to him. Thank you for giving me the time.
Okay, Mr. Paul, I wanted to ask you before.
Paul, just say Paul.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Paul. Yeah, I wanted to ask you before I move to Jan. I understand what you're saying. It's true that it's good for you to come in to lead a group that is together, and you are saying now that the organization is divided. Did you participate in the court process election, or you just you withdrew your participation, or you decided not to, or have you been following the court process?
Yes, I didn't take part in the court process, but on September last year, 2003, we went for the in-person election.
Okay.
And that didn't take place. And after that, the case was in court. That was the court process now. The president, the outgoing president, Kamara, asked that no, we shouldn't have the election based on some activities with the bull, and then based on what the court said the first time. But yet instead, the Keita team went ahead and went for the election on the August, no, February 2nd. Based on that notion, it was only Keita team took part in the election with our Shehu team. You understand? It was only Keita team. So based on that one, that's how the judge just said, look, we give it to Shehu. But I will tell you guys this. If for us, like people like me and few others with Shehu saying, listen, leave it alone. If they go back to court or counter sue today, Keita will not be the president. The reason is because it was not fair for only just one candidate to have the election. So I just want to make the brother understand, and people that are listening for them to understand everything that he's saying is not all good with EULA. EULA is divine and it's not a good thing. We want inclusive EULA for everybody to be happy, not one side of EULA. That's my point.
All right, thank you, Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul made a.
Hold Paul, just say Paul, please.
All right, Paul. Okay. Yeah. Paul made a point. He made a point. His point. I mean, right now, it seems clear. He said, Mr. Keita was the only person. So I think in that sense, it's like a web ballot. Like, was the only person that was participating in the process. Is that true? And is that how he became president? Is that how he won?
Well, Brother Paul, thank you for coming. First of all, thank you for coming on Open Table to, make your voice heard through Open Table. We appreciate you coming on here today. But in the case of EULA, Mr. Keita was elected appropriately. I would say that Mr. Keita did not rig election. Like you said, when we went, I think September the 2nd last year, when we went in Philadelphia, I was there in person. I drove from here. I took a delegate from here in Indiana. I drove 9 hours to go over there. And even my chapter president went with us at that time. We were there to go and make our voice heard, to exercise our right as
keep talking. I think he's listening.
To exercise our right as EULA members, as due paying members to EULA. When we got there, there was a controversy between the board and the election commissioners. Mr. Shehu Kamara, who was a contestant in the election, he interfered in the election as a contestant, as a candidate, instead of the election commissioner acting independently. He interfered with the election. He bound, like he came up with this thing called, certain chapter member will not vote in that election. So the board said, what is the reason? When he gave the reason, the board said this is not a reason that you will stop a chapter members who have not violated any EULA rules. You will stop them from voting. So the board told Mr. Kamara that the election should go on. Mr. Kamara took the night, and they respected Liberians in Philadelphia in September. He did respect Liberians by saying election canceled. After he collected all of our election payment, he waited. They collected all of our election payment. After he received the money, he took the mic. He said election had been canceled. And it was Mr. Kamara who took EULA to court. It was not Mr. Keita. He took EULA to court. When the judge looked into the case, like how the judge appointed 2 lawyers, one from Mr. Kamara's side and one from Mr. Keita's side, to supervise the election. So the judge rescheduled the election in March. I think they're going March the 2nd, 2024. When we got up in Philadelphia again, March the 2nd, 2024, to cast our vote under the supervision of the lawyers that the judge, himself appointed, Mr. Kamara again protested. He said he's not going to take part. He and his team stayed aside, and the election went on. Under his lawyers from his side supervision and the lawyer from Mr. Keita's side supervision, the election went on. From March to I would say May I would say April or May, the election result came up from the court declaring Mr. Keita as a winner. So that's how it is. And since Mr. Keita been declared as winner, Mr. Keita been reaching out to all disenchanted members of EULA to sit on the round table to come to a conclusion in the interest of EULA. Mr. Kamara, as an outgoing president, his action is a gross disrespect to Liberians in the United States here. People came from as far as Arizona. People came from as far as Minnesota, all over across the country. They went in Philadelphia in September of last year to cast the vote. Mr. Kamara, after he collected their money, he declared, he canceled the election. First of all, he was not in the right position to cancel election. The election should have been through from that should have been done through the election commission and the board. But he did not, how you call it, excuse himself from the election. He was acting as election commission, as board member, at the same time as a candidate.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Yan Ndevole. Mr. Yan Ndevole said, the outgoing president, Paul, he said the outgoing president interfered with the election in September. Is that true?
No, it's not. The brother got to be honest. And for me, everything I will say to you, you can go and verify or you can check. First of all, Kamara is the president of EULA, so he can't just say, someone that just there. No, he got to give the guy the respect. He was the president, and Keita was the one that was, coming in. That's one. Okay. The second point is Kamara have no power to cancel election. I don't know whether the brother really know about EULA or he one of those few guys that Keita took. Because like for me, the past almost 40 years, I've been there with EULA. Okay? From Ohio, every state, we've been flying, driving, drove, follow EULA from election to election. Okay?
40 years, excuse me?
Almost going to 40 years. Okay. I've been part of EULA.
All right.
Okay. The election go like this. We have a third party. We have that third party to proceed and take care of our election. Okay. The people was there. They come on time. We say 11 o'clock. They were there 10 o'clock. They set up the border buses and everything. We do it in Ohio. They show we election the same thing. So we hire these people, and I don't know if you know, it's $10,000 you'll have to pay them for the election. So there was there, like I said, from in the morning, all Keita boss he brought, and some of them their first time coming to EULA election. So much confrontation, want to fight. There's a guy pick up chair, wanted to bust it on the guy here. I can send you the pictures. He wanted to bust it another person here. We got to take it on from him and all that. However, all this stuff was going on until 7 o'clock. Okay, until 6 to 7. So by that time, we're supposed to finish voting, but seeing the back and forth going on, the election commission, they're doing their work. Shehu had nothing. He running his own account, but he doing his thing. Keita doing his own thing. So that's the time now the people that are supposed to conduct the election say, look, we've been here ever since, and you didn't start anything yet. So our time finished and we have to leave. That's actually will take the master listing the election. The people that are supposed to conduct the election, our time is up. So it will be no election. But shall we just jump or shall we get power here alone to say there will be no election? So through with him and the election commission, they stood up, they said, listen, there will be no election because why? The ones that are supposed to conduct the election, the third party, we wasted all our time. So it will be no election. That's how it was no election.
So
You
okay,
understand?
all right. So to a point, was EULA paying those people hourly based on time? Because you said the people said that time finished or run out, whatever. And you said
EULA
they
for the
paid
day from 11 to 7.
okay.
So it's not hourly, it's a package.
All
You
right.
understand? So it's not hourly. So that's how the election show were able to take the mic, say, you know, and we that that know about how this stuff go, we understand. But other new member, oh no, the man cancel. No, Shehu had no right or power to cancel the election, but that's what happened. That's how the election was the election was canceled. So he might not sit over there saying, oh, Shehu just cancel the election. No, it's not like that.
So
You understand?
after that, who took EULA to court?
Okay, on the court issue, the court issue, there was Ohio, the state of Georgia, and which other one? North Dakota, either North Dakota, I'm gonna miss it, North Dakota. 3 states they brought in.
It was
So
Iowa, North Dakota, and
Iowa,
Iowa,
and
Georgia, and Ohio.
In Ohio, those 3 states, my brother, based on EULA Constitution, states supposed to come here at a certain time and pay their fees and all that. But when people want to be president, they go around and do other stuff and just bring in state. So there what the issue was, saying those 3 states was not qualified. You understand? There were the staying war, those 3 states were not qualified. So the board chair and the president went to court saying based on that, the chairman of the board and then the election commission.
No, who took the case to court? Make the viewers to understand.
Who take the case to court? That's why I explaining it. That Kamara took the case to court based on what happened. But for me to just say Kamara, I gotta explain why he took it to court so the host can understand.
You said the board and the president. That's what I mean. You know, I just want that clarification.
No, the board chairman too. He was part of it with the election commission. For them to just agree to accept those chapter, it was wrong. So that's how Kamara took the case to court. But notwithstanding, we need or inclusive EULA. People shouldn't be happy. Oh, I win, I president. Well, no, you don't want to be president. Whatever through court order, please. You understand? So I was just listening to you saying that everything is well. No, brother, everything is not well. We shouldn't do that. Everything is not where the institution, we have to set example. Let's be fair and respect each other. People might not be desperate for the president in EULA or this, that. We got to be calm and do it a next way. You see, so that's what's going on.
Thank you very much for your explanation and side of your story. That's important that you explain that all is not well with EULA because we have one side not accepting the result and the other side is okay and ready to move on. So you've been around EULA for so long. So what's the way forward if you want to suggest the way forward for EULA now? Because I think they are not long past the process of elections. I think Keita is ready to move on. And I don't think we can redo this. So what's the way forward or what would you suggest is the way forward?
You see, the way forward for me, I want individual, okay? I prefer peace. I have a leadership ability and all that, but a lot of people feel high because even our state, New York, this New York state is one of the founding members of EULA with the state of Philadelphia, okay? The chapter. And our former president of the chapter also. I know Keita very well.
Okay.
Since I've been in a chapter, we never go for EULA election and we go as a divided chapter. But this going election, we went as a divided chapter. So to answer your question, moving forward, some other people will say, you know what, oh yeah, I leave it alone. But the way Keita did the election, some people will still feel high. Because why? It's desperation. And it's wrong. When you do that, now you win. You want to come back to people. Oh no, let's forget it. Let's forget it. Not everybody will forget it. We should take Eula serious, set example. If not, we'll do the same thing in Liberia. Okay?
Okay.
So moving forward, yes, I believe in peace. I like to put people together and all that. But hey, I alone, I could say, yes, let's leave it and all that. I bring stuff in the back. But what about the others? They feel high. Will they agree? They will not agree because they feel high the way stuff went down. You see, so I will stop there.
Okay, and you are right. You are right, because the thing about it, like you say, you are one person and you can't tell someone how to forgive and you can't tell someone how to grieve. Two things you can tell someone in this life. For you, you know how to move forward. For others, they'll have to do so on their time. So let me ask you a quick question. You say you're from New York and Keita is from New York. So is Keita running or with the support or the backing of the current leadership from New York? Because he's the president now for Eula and he's from New York. And there's a chapter in New York and that is with Eula. So the current chapter in New York, is Keita running with their support or without their support? I'm talking about the leadership. I'm talking about the leadership.
I understood your question, right? I understand it, right? The current president individually, yes, he will Keita. Okay?
Right.
But like I said earlier, the entire leadership of New York, they divided, and not everybody will Keita. Okay? Not everybody will Keita. You see, so that's why going on. And like I said earlier, in our chapter history, we always support one Eula candidate. We don't go in two. But Keita is the only candidate. For some reason, the way he did it, we divide.
Okay, so but you guys now put out a candidate to challenge Keita from New York. But I mean, you guys are divided.
No, we didn't put out no candidate from New York.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so has Keita reached out to you because you are a member of the chapter he's from, New York, and you also been around Eula? Has he reached out to you yet to try to get you on board or at least to help?
Yeah, he called me. He reached out 1 or 2 times. I just say yes. I hear what he say. I listen to him and everything. That's all. He reached out to me, correct? All
right. Are you aware of the vice president being from, I think, the Midwest? Yeah, you said what? From where? Iowa?
I know his vice president is a female, but whether she's from Pennsylvania or Iowa, no, I didn't follow where she's from. I don't know where his vice president originally from.
Okay. So yeah, this is the case here now. Eula is divided. I mean,
it's the beauty of democracies, right? Democracy is a beauty. Every time you go through election, you will come out, the losing team will feel disenchanted. They will heal over time. Now it left with the winning team, how they will, reach out to the losing team to be able to unite. I feel that Mr. Keita and his team, they started on a good footing. They reached out. I know not everybody will come on board at this particular time, but the way they will proceed with the union, over time, people will start to come, in time to come. So as long as he reaching out, as long as he open his door for everybody to come on board for the sake of Eula. You've been, Mr. Paul, you've been with Eula for over going to 40 years, like you said. That means you love this union, no matter what it is, no matter who win. If you go to election, no matter who win, for the sake of Eula, we all should come together, to make this union that you have worked for so long and so hard, it should not break down. I feel that Mr. Kamara, we are in the peace mood. We don't want to point finger, but I feel that Mr. Kamara, as a president at that time, he did not proceed with Eula right during the election. It was when you talk about desperation here, the person that was more desperate about this thing is Mr. Kamara. When we talk, if you look at the whole situation, Mr. Kamara is the one that took Eula to court. It was not Mr. Keita. Mr. Keita did not have anything to do with court. Mr. Keita was only going now with what the judge is saying, that every instruction that the judge put out there, that what Mr. Keita and his team followed. You know, he did not demand the judge to say, oh, give me the result in my favor. He didn't go bribe the judge or the lawyer that was supervising the election, you know, the second election, you know, to say, oh, you're giving in my favor. No. He followed every proceeding according to the law. And the result, like I bet, if the result have gone against Mr. Keita would have accepted the result. The way he proceeded, I think he's a leader. He's a leader that wants the best for this union. You know, he have reached out to you like disenchanted. You know, some people will not do so.
Okay, Yan. Before I go back to Paul, I want to ask you a question. So, you seem to be speaking in favor of Mr. Keita. Did you support Mr. Keita presidency or candidacy?
Of course, our chapter here supported Mr. Keita candidacy.
No, I mean, we can't just say our chapter now. We have to, because it said democracy is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
So, I mean, it cannot just be like so say one, so say all. So you are trying to say majority of the people you took supported Keita. Is that what you're saying?
Even the chapter from here about the people that left from here to go vote in Philadelphia, about I would say 5 people were for Mr. Kamara. Should we take it against them? That they are right, you know. So when you say New York was divided, everybody will be divided. Everybody sees something in the 2 candidates that were in the race. Everybody sees something in them. You know, as for me, of course, I voted for Mr. Keita, like I voted for Mr. Kamara. I personally campaign single-handedly, if you can remember in this Indiana. Every water battle that was on our August 24th Flair Day program, I single-handedly tag Mr. Kamara and his team, the election that brought them to power. I campaigned for them vigorously in the state, and they won. And we charter bus from here to Ohio to go and vote for Mr. Kamara.
Okay, thank you.
But the way Mr. Kamara proceeded, I didn't like it. So I had to shift my penny on to the other candidate.
That's a good thing. That's the beauty of democracy. You don't have to stay to where you don't feel okay or feel welcome or if things not going well. So Paul, Mr. Kamara, he was the president before, or at least the outgoing president now.
The former president now.
Or the former president now. You supported his candidacy before he became president, and you supported him in September, or do you even know the man?
Mr. Kamara is a very respectful and a very hardworking leader for EULA. Okay. You see, in our various community and EULA, what we practice in America, then we take it back to Liberia. Most people that are supporting Keita, majority of them don't know Keita, and a lot of them are new EULA recruit. When you get to the old ones that in EULA, most of the females that are supporting Keita, they're doing stuff through personal vendetta. Okay, but the 2 brothers, yes, both of them all right, but when you come to leadership and experience and everything, you put Kamara and Keita, yeah, Kamara will beat Keita in every level. You understand? But he's saying a lot. On our chapter, I will just stop there, but I could say more, but the few that I say is enough. People that can analyze, that can read between the lines, they will know what I'm getting out. I will just say and repeat again, our chapter divided. As a leader in the chapter or former president, I will not just like that, but I say enough is enough for people to realize or understand what I'm saying. Our chapter divided. You understand? Like he said, he ran Keita campaign.
So Kamara campaign before.
He ran Kamara campaign. And I will say this again. Usually our state will go behind one candidate, but Keita was the only candidate. We say no, we divide. So it's a reason. And besides that, let me say something to this brother. This election is one of the elections that lot of yo from different states. Most of the time, again, when we having July election, the states will be coming supporting one candidate. Yes, maybe like he correctly said, there was 4 people that just go, maybe 1 or 2 may fake or pretend and go and vote for the other candidate. But most of the time, state coming, they already know who they're going to vote for. It becomes easy. But the fight and the misunderstanding that we have 2023 election, it was one of the worst in ULA history. Go and check and call and check most of ULA election and talk to other people from ULA. Okay? They will tell you why I'm telling you. It was so crazy. Okay? And it's wrong. You pumping people to fight and stuff like that. I'm not going to call names. You pump it. It was bad. Like, somehow like, wow, seriously? Because you're so desperate, and he said something about desperation, but I'm not going to go there. But I will stop there again and listen to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm coming to you. So you said you spoke enough without going into too much details. You said like there's a lot of strangers singing hallelujah for a person they really don't know because you are from New York.
Right. Yes.
So, they are singing hallelujah for a man that they don't know, and like some of them from various states or whatsoever. And you from New York, you know the man. So if I'll ask you to try to put numbers, let's look at New York a little bit before I come to it. Yeah. Do you think 50 or 60% supported Keita candidacy? Or is it less than that? Like, what percentage of New Yorkers, I'm talking about the ULA or the branch in New York, what percentage you think was supporting Keita?
The percentage that supported Keita was more than 60% in New York.
Okay.
I'll just be honest with you. It was more than 60% that supported him.
All right. I think in democracy, fair enough, I would say that the New York chapter was behind him. If he had 60% support for New York. Yeah. So what you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say, Mr. Keita taking election matter to court. It was not his first time in ULA. Mr. Keita was a president of the Philadelphia Liberian Association.
Keita or Kamara?
Kamara, rather, Mr. Kamara.
There you go.
Mr. Kamara taking election matter to court. It was not his first time as president of the Pennsylvania Liberian Association Lodge in Pennsylvania. He did it before. They went to election. Mr. Kamara was disenchanted with that election, and he took it to court, and that election went against him again. You see it? So it has not been. This is a trap. This is a trend for Mr. Kamara.
It's a repeated behavior.
Yeah, a behavior. Yeah, this is a repeated behavior of Mr. Kamara. The track records are there. The records are there. It's on the book. If you Google it, you will see it. It's there. So if you take people to court, it's a public record. You can see it publicly. It's there. So, when we're talking about desperation, who is really desperate for power here is Mr. Kamara. He don't want defeat. And he don't campaign enough to convince people to vote for him, but he feel entitled. That entitlement is within him. He wants for people to just come and see him and bow down to him. He did it when we invited him here for our inauguration. As we invited you, we paid for your plane ticket to come over here. When you came over here, for you to go and speak at the inauguration, Mr. Kamara was nowhere to be found. He was nowhere to be found. He came almost an hour into that program. He should have spoken to that inauguration program. Mr. Kamara didn't speak that day because why? He came hours into that program. These are the things that you do. It follow you. I said I voted Mr. Kamara as president. I campaigned vigorously. I rented I rented my own money and all were in that campaign that like elected Mr. Kamara. I rented a bus from here. You know, I put people on the bus to Ohio to vote for him. Did I knew him that time? Yes, I knew him. Was I new in Eula that time? Yes, I was new. I thought Mr. Kamara was a person that would transform Eula. From hearing my elder brother sitting on this platform today, it seems that the same entitlement I'm hearing the same entitlement here. That these people that voted Mr. Keita, they are new people, they don't know Eula, they don't even know him. So you don't want for Eula to change. You don't want we the younger generation to come in for our voices to be heard. So when we come, we make our voice heard. You're taking against us that we don't know we're doing it because somebody have manipulated us. So you want to tell us you people, the other folks, you encourage us to go to school. When we go to school for us to exercise what we have learned, then it always go against you. Now what I hear you saying here, you don't want for Eula to change. You want for Eula to still be in a 1970 and 1960 or act. So that's what I'm hearing here.
Okay, hold up, Mr. Paul, before I come to you. So, yeah, I will bring up a few things here real quick before I go to Paul. You said you came in as a new member and you voted Kamara.
Yes.
Not knowing the man very well, and you
yes.
spoke, and you spoke badly. You spoke badly about Kamara, like because you voted him not knowing him very well. Are you making the same mistake with Keita, or do you know Keita very well?
Absolutely not. The experience from Mr. Kamara, it got me now. I did my investigation right.
So you investigated well on Keita.
I followed the track records of Mr. Keita very thoroughly. Mr. Keita
no, you did not.
It's not a first leadership. Yeah, look, Mr. Keita is a renowned businessman in this country. Yes, Mr. Keita had been president of all of the county national or chapters in this United States. UNICO, one of the biggest counties association in this country. UNICO, the NIMA organization. Mr. Keita ran the UNA organization.
And he took them to court. He a divider. He took them to court. You aware of that one?
Listen to me. And he united the Nimadians in this United States. He united the Nimadians in the United States. If Mr. Keita was a bad leader of UNICO, the entire Nima County, the Nimadians in this country would not have surfaced with Mr. Keita. You see, Mr. Keita is a businessman. He's an humanitarian. He have done well for the Liberian people in this country. That he got a very good track record in this country.
So I would like to talk to you a little before I go to Mr. Paul. So you are beating Paul for persecuting Christians, and you are looking at someone who is also persecuting Christian and saying it's okay because Paul is saying, or Keita took that UNICO, the Nimba County Association, he took them to court. So
the men are divided. We are on the apps on different websites. The man is a divider. The young brother, he don't have no clue, but he an honest guy like me too, being honest, and most of the things he said. He making the same mistake. He supported Kamara. Then when you support Keita, something happened. He will support the tech Kennedy, but sorry, go ahead. I like this guy.
So the truth of the matter here is, for some reason, you put out Kamara's behavior on the billboard, on the display. It's out there that he sued Impens and Vinda, his track record out there whatsoever. But you swept Keita's own on the rug. That you are part of the Nimba County Association that you are talking about. He's
very active in the UNICO.
Why are you not pointing to his behavior that he sued UNICO before? Because this is a part in here we are talking about the same part.
It was not him that sued UNICO.
Oh my God!
It was a disenchanted members of UNICO that sued because he was the president at that time. Under his routine, UNICO went to court. So it was not him.
Was he part of the lawsuit?
Yeah,
Was he part of the lawsuit or not?
the lawsuit was against the association because he was the president. Is they went to court. That why he attached to that he was the president.
So why someone sue or Unico? Is it because of his poor leadership? What was happening, Unico?
People are disenchanted in their own way. People will see things like Mr. Paul sitting here today. He see Mr. Keita as a bad leader. I'm sitting here. I'm seeing Mr. Keita as a good leader. So Mr. Paul said Mr. Keita is desperate. I'm sitting here. I said Mr. Keita was one of the kindest person throughout the electoral process of ULA.
Nope.
Election. He was his kindest person.
Okay. Let me go to Paul. I wanted for Paul spoke about September a little bit. I wanted to refresh his memory a little bit on that. September, he said people was picking up chairs and stuff, and they were being very, very for lack of a better word, they were trying to be like too much violence out there, right? They're trying to fight each other. They create chaos. The play was very toxic. Looking at that group, will you say most of the group were from Keita's side or that of Kamara's side?
All right. At that election, most of the people that were fighting was from Keita's side. Okay, including people, a lot of people that I know from New York. Some of them that I didn't know from other states. But when we ask them, "Where's chapter you from? Who you voting for?" They will tell you Keita. Okay, and it was sad. I will be honest with you. With all the ULA election, yes, it may be one or two election. You'll go there, one or two guys, maybe they want to fight each other or they get into it and stuff like that. But this particular one, it was a lot. It was a lot. As any new person or old school that already been attending ULA convention and election, they will tell you that the same thing. It was a lot of fighting going on. Their brother keeps saying Kamara is desperate. Kamara is not desperate.
Very desperate.
Okay? Keita is more desperate than Kamara with this election that took place. Keita is the one that more desperate. And you keep saying, "Oh, Kamara get record." Well, let him check Keita record. Keita is all out there. The man's a divider and all that. Like I keep saying, people will read between the lines. Why is it our state would go as one when it came to Keita, that member of this state that'll pay due, that'll help the state? Okay, when we having program, Keita will do what you have to do for the program. But when it came to the election, other people didn't go behind him. Why? That desperation. Keita, do it this way. Let's do it the way Keita said. No, this election, he have to win the election. We can't say everything over the phone. Okay, and the brother did, and the young brother is over there sitting. I like it in a way because almost like me, I've been honest. When you ask me certain thing about Keita, I will say I'm not against Keita. Okay, but I look at politics like this. Kamara with our chapter, he will always come support our chapter. After Corona, we have two big boy independence program. Kamara will leave Philadelphia. He will come and support us. The guy was there for us. Okay, the president, you asked me a question. If our president were there with Keita, I told you, yes, our president and Kamara were like this. So sometimes you wait, but the same thing back when people so desperate about power. Why desperation? But like the brother is saying, he being honest, he didn't know Kamara, he helped Kamara. Now he know Keita, maybe he know Keita maybe. Later on, things will happen. We have this show again. We'll be supporting Jack Pablo or John Brown. Kennedy said he will be against Keita, and I will be on John Brown, and we'll have this discussion. Thank you.
You are right. You see the thing about democracy, especially for we the young folks, or like the young men over there, or I think sometimes they don't understand. Democracy is not like a try and error method, right? Sometimes you have to do your research to, like you, Paul already said, that's what we do back home in Liberia. And then less than a year, everybody start to complain.
Correct.
Because we are putting people there simply because maybe we're associated with them or based on party line, maybe
Mhm.
for tribal land or whatsoever,
Yeah.
for whatsoever reason, right?
All right.
We are putting them there with sometimes no good form of leadership skill. Then once they get there, we get tired in less than a year. And it's a pattern everywhere. I don't know, maybe it's just unique. I don't think it's just unique to Liberians. I think it's an African thing.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think it's just an African thing because the truth of the matter is leadership is not for everybody. I'm sorry.
All right. You're right.
You make, like you said, Keita can help. He's always there and whatsoever. Those are fun things you're supposed to do when you're part of an organization or whatsoever. But when we talk about leadership, you have to have the skill set, the traits, the gift, everything. But people are just voting. Sometimes they vote people based on sentiment, tribal line, and
All
affiliation,
that. You're right.
all type of things. And that is what our politics and our democracy sometimes is not developing like the way we want to. So yeah, now, like you said, you voted Keita. Now, Paul is saying Eula is divided. What is the way forward? How are you going to help Keita to move Eula forward as someone who voted for Keita or supported him?
I have already started the work. You know, I voted for Keita for better Eula. In order for better Eula to come, I will not just allow or leave Keita to do it on his own. We need our collective ideas. We need all hands on deck, that we say, to move Eula forward. I've already started the work of helping Keita to unite the Liberian people in this country. Every day I'm on the phone with other chapters. Like other chapters that are not even members of Eula yet. We are engaging them right now. Like now through the new day he nominated, because per the constitution, if the regional vice president, if something happened to the regional vice president, that the regional vice president cannot function or he resigned because of something, the president, in the preview of the president to nominate somebody, then the board will confirm that person to take over and complete the term of the person that resigned. It happened. The regional vice president from the Midwestern region where I reside resigned. He's my own brother. Alpha Tongo resigned because he was on the Keita or the Camara ticket, and he won on a white body because he don't want to work with Keita. He put in his resignation. So Mr. Keita nominated to the board someone who will fill in that gap until election can take place. So now I'm engaging that person for us to really work together and unite the region, especially the Midwestern region where I reside. I have to start from here first. So we myself, we've been engaging the various chapters, the North Dakota, the Minnesota, the Iowa, the Kentucky, not part of Utah, but we are engaging Kentucky. We're planning to go and visit Kentucky, the Kentucky chapter, along with the president, for us to engage them to get them included in with Eula. So we are. I'm working with a team to unite Eula and bring peace into Eula for everybody, for the betterment of everybody. Because when Eula is united, it's not just about Keita. Right now, it's not about Keita. It's about us, all of us Liberians here.
Thank you very much.
Let me make one point, please. I said it earlier, right? That this election, and my brother over there keeps talking about desperation. His brother that he talking about that resigned, there's another brother that resigned also. Since Keita came there, almost like between 2 or 3 guys resigned. And I said it earlier. It's very hard for you to see it in Eula history, because the reason those guys get angry in a sense that Keita, then they put off the flyers, they put out the stuff. Oh, they didn't call them, they didn't talk to them. Oh, now they win. When they George came out and said, oh yeah, they won the election. Right away, they put a guy's name on the flyer saying those are the official. That's the same thing I keep talking about, desperation. He's supposed to call his brother, call Will in Atlanta, Georgia, call the other fellow, say, look, we won the election. This is what we're going to do. But instead, they just put their name there. So those guys get angry and they resign. It don't work that way. That's the desperation we're talking about. It was good, and like I said, he admitted it. His brother went and resigned. There was 2 others that also resigned. Either 2 or his brother and Will resigned. Because why? Desperation. Then back again. You don't find it in EULA for us to have election and people not happy, then they just resign. But I will stop there and go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's a good thing that you clarify that, because I'm about to ask you how many people put in that resignation letter, and you said 2 or 3. Yeah, this is like you said, it's a bit of democracy now. So Keita, he has a lot on his hand to lead to fix this organization is divided. It's not something that we can just turn a blind eye to. So
even Ono Kamara was divided too. So
okay, so
no. You can't. You were not divided, my brother. We're not go there, but we were not divided.
Okay, hold up. Wait, hold up, yeah, please. So when Kamara won, did he receive any resignation letter?
No, Kamara won the election. It was not divided. Like you correctly said, that like just the opposition just feel somehow few months and something, but after the inauguration, EULA were moving fine. Everything was all right. But so it was no, but listen, when you spoke about when the team have victory, the other people can just feel somehow a little bit. But when we're talking about people dividing in a way that they don't want to come back or work with you, it's different. You feel a little bit defeat, and later on, the man won. You let it go. If you're ready or truthful leader, or you have liberal heart, you will come and work alone and do what you have to do. So you cannot compare the way people divided with this election comparing to when Kamara won. Kamara won, it was not serious. No. People just feel a little bit somehow, and then everything bounced back together. That's what I'm talking about. But with this one, the division is deep.
Clarification. All those that point in a resignation, there were no contender from the Keita side against them. They won on a white ballot. They won on a white ballot from the Kamara side. So what you expect of them? Kamara team feel disenchanted. In fact, Kamara told all his team to not even attempt the March 2nd or election. So if they have stayed on that team, Kamara will term them as betrayal, that they could not with the Keita team to win the election. Or Kamara will term them as desperate. They wanted the desperation. That's why they stay on the ballot to something. Kamara withdrew himself from the ballot. The March 2nd election. Kamara withdrew himself. His vice president withdrew herself. And other leaders that I know of, all of them withdrew themselves. Those two people that just resigned recently, their name was still on the ballot. That had the judge declare them as winner. The court result are out there. They were all listed in the court result as winner of the election. So when Kamara when the thing you say, Kamara did not reach out to them before putting out a flyer, that's fallacy. It's not true. You see, it's not true.
No, I said Keita. I didn't say Kamara. I said Keita. I said Keita. I didn't say Kamara.
You keep mistaking Keita and Kamara.
Yeah,
I said Keita. I didn't say Kamara. Keita put up when they put the order saying that they won. Hold on, let me make it. Let me clarify. When the court said that they won, there was a flyer out there with all the officials that won the election. Okay, that's how your brother and the other guy, Will, the Secretary General in Atlanta, Georgia, they went and wrote, say no, they don't want to be part of it. So I didn't say come out, I said Keita. He didn't reach out to them saying, listen, we won the election, now we're going to do this. That's why I was talking about it. That's some form of desperation. That's my point right there.
I can tell you very clear, I can show you proof that Mr. Keita reached out to Alpha Tongo. I don't know about the other guy, but I can tell you Mr. Keita reached out to Alpha Tongo. And even me, I spoke with Alpha Tongo, mother and all. You know, I spoke with them. I was talking to them that, oh, Alpha got to stay on for the interest of the organization. Now, it's not about Keita no more. It's about the organization. I personally spoke with them, you know. So when you sit here and say, Mr. Keita did not speak or call those people, I find it difficult, you know, to believe that Mr. Keita did not reach out to them. Mr. Keita reached out to Alpha, but I don't know about the other guy that resigned if Mr. Keita reached out to them, to him or not.
Thank you very much. We will be trying to wrap up the EULA topic here. Paul, you can wrap up that topic if you want to, and then we'll just touch on ANC for us to go. If you want to hang around to touch on ANC, we don't know your party back home, but yeah, he's an ANC man. So if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, but we want to talk a little bit about ANC because ANC political leader, he came out, he resurfaced back home. But yeah, EULA, let's wrap up on EULA. So like you said, going forward.
Going forward, like Keita, do what you have to do, but at the same time, sometimes when you go the route that Keita took, and then you coming back to people, not everybody going to be willing to accept you and try to work along with you. But if it just complete politic defeat, and then the person have Liberia they can have a second chance and pull EULA first and try and work along with you. I don't hate Keita. The brother and I, we've been knowing each other for a long time in New York. And you hear on this platform, I make some other good comments about him. But when it comes to politics, I just be fair in a way that it don't have to be like how you call it, just Todman style, one side and all that, or desperation. So that's why I will support Kamara and give him the second term, and then later on, I will support Keita. So moving forward, let him try and do what he have to do, but I can show you and tell you most people that turn their back, they will not come back. Half of them, or let's say 30% will come back, but the other 70% will just keep up in their stuff. And it's not good for EULA. So next time, my message out there, when people running, they should be careful how they deal with people. Later on, you will need those same people back. So moving forward, I love EULA, and even tomorrow will be a program in New Jersey. So that's the thing. Thank you again.
New Jersey is for EULA? Sorry.
Yes, there's a program in New Jersey also. If you want, when we finish, I will send you the flyer, the link.
Okay, thank you very much.
So, yes, and thank you. Nice talking to you, my brother.
Thank you, CEO,
nice talking to you. So,
thank you, boy. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Whenever you want to talk EULA, anything else, please feel free. Just reach out. You get a number. Reach out and let's discuss Liberia whenever you want to. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on the Saturday.
Okay. Y'all take care. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. So let's talk about moving forward now. So your political leader, ANC.
Let me play this video real quick.
All right. Go ahead. Alexander Cummings. Is that at the party headquarters? You're on mute. Mute.
Yeah, that's the party headquarters. That's Alexander Kumi at the party headquarters today.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he went out there to the party headquarters, and I mean, I can see the boss behind him and the guys behind him. What? Why is he doing at the party headquarters?
So, Mr. Cummings, after election, you have to give a little bit of space to the new government to settle in and figure out stuff to make life easy for Liberians. That's what Mr. Cummings have been doing. He didn't just want to get out there for people attention to be on him and what have you.
Okay.
You know, he wanted to give the new government a chance. Mr. Cummings have told us that he gave the government 6-month ultimatum to prove themselves, to figure things out, how they're going to make life easier for the Liberian people. And that 6-month ultimatum will be elapsing on July the 22nd. Is it July, August? Yeah, July the 22nd. So, Mr. Cummings, after that, you will see him. He will start engaging Liberians. He will start, engaging the government, and he will be making recommendations that he did in the past with the Weah-led government. And he will also take a tour in various counties to, appreciate the people of standing by him throughout the election, telling them thank you for a wonderful election, that, yeah, like he did in the past. Mr. Cummings in the past was the only person that went through all 15 counties telling the Liberian people thank you after the 2017 election, and he said he's going to do the same again this time around. So anyway, it was that will kick off after the 6-month ultimatum he gave the government, because he don't want people attention to be on him too much, or the government to be, focusing on what he's saying or what he's doing, or all the one, he want to make them focus on the Liberian people to figure things out, as to how he can make life easier for all of us.
And so he's trying to, like you said, respectfully give the new government time for them to settle in and solve some problem, or at least get their feet on the ground and move around. Not trying to steal the spotlight from the new government or the president. However, there's some things he should be doing or he want to do, like telling the people thank you, right? Those who voted for him are going to tell them thank you. Even those who didn't vote for him, to tell them thank you for participating in the process. Democracy is a beautiful thing. You will win sometimes, you will not win. But then again, maybe on that or thank you tour or that thank you visitation, he can better understand their reason, right? He can better understand why. What are they wrong as a candidate, or what I can do? What can I do better next time? We don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not in ANC. I'm not top there, like right there in ANC, like to understand what's happening in ANC. But I'm pretty sure, like, I think he's probably gonna do this thing again for another time, 2029. I think. I don't know.
From what we see, election is not just about, I'm getting up to go and run, right? People got to petition you, So the ANC partisan and most Liberian, if they come up and say, Lord, Mr. Cummings, we still need you here. Mr. Cummings would definitely, I feel that he was still listening to the people and deliver, So Mr. Cummings, after the 6 months that he gave to the new government, he will be engaging the new government of what they are doing wrong, and he will be offering a recommendation as to what they should do better, in the interest of the country.
Mr. Cummings back into politics 2029. Are you supporting him or supporting a new candidate?
Definitely. As long as Mr. Kumi is still around the political arena, I will definitely offer my support for him. Definitely.
Even if you see a candidate from Nimba?
I will definitely offer my support for Mr. Kumi. It's not about Nimbarians, it's not about Nimba or son of Nimba. It's about how my future and the future of my children and my grandchildren will be okay for Liberia. I see that in Mr. Kumis. I believe that Mr. Kumis, the change that we all been looking for, I still believe in Mr. Kumi. Mr. Kumi can deliver that change for us Liberians.
Believe that the opportunity is right there with Kumis.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, so that's it. Kumis is out there doing the things he's supposed to do, making sure that ANC headquarters is not going through the same challenges of that of UP, because we understand that UP, if they are not in power, their headquarters can be on the market, or it can be we hope that they can maintain that headquarters now and pay the rents on time. You got to pay the rent on time and make sure you pay your bills. Be responsible with your headquarters. We hope ANC is maintaining theirs as well, and they are not defaulting on their loans or their rent. So let's make sure that we are doing this thing, because it's not only about election time that we try to be serious. You should start leadership from a very, very early stage. If you're really serious and trying to do the things you're supposed to do, you do them early on, and then the process will become very, very easier in the years ahead. But we wish Kumi good health. We wish him well. We know that he will still be in good health and good shape. The man's taking care of his body, so it's like I think he can do it again 2029.
Yeah.
That's all we have for you guys, folks. It's a Saturday. Yeah. Why you want to touch on something else before we call it a day?
Right now, no. Let's save this. Let's save the next for next time.
All right. This is Saturday. Thanks to Paul for coming through. For us to have a healthy discussion concerning EULA, and sometimes we'll have EULA elected officials over here, because Yan is standing by you. You gotta stand with Yan, Keita, and all others. Yan said he believes that your leadership is going to take EULA to where it's supposed to be, or at least start the process of forward leadership. Keita, the boys in your court, pick up the phone call and do what is right for Liberians living in these United States. Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Senior Man Paul for coming on. We appreciate your view. Your view is well respected, but we will need you to join Mr. Keita and the team to make EULA better. I understand that everything will not, didn't go your way, but it's all about EULA now. It's not about individual or a particular team. We are looking at EULA as a whole. You've been working for EULA for so long, Mr. Paul. You don't want to sit for EULA to go down the drain. It will take all of us to make EULA better. So we wholeheartedly welcome you on board, and to all of our viewers, we say thank you for coming, sticking with us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wherever you are listening from, thank you for finding a friend at Open Table on a Saturday. Until then, tell the people you love how much you love them. We see you sometimes next weekend. Have a good and pleasant Saturday.
You NA?
Okay,